Hello, viewers, and welcome to another episode of King's Passive Income, where you learn how to create income for yourself and live the lifestyle that you want and deserve. Today's video is about how to make money in 2022. In this video, I will break down the main sources of income used in the world economy. Then we will explore the strengths of each of the forms of income and how much time, money, and effort is needed to be invested in order to reach a monetary goal. Next, we will follow up with changing our mentalities from that of an average Joe to an entrepreneurs whose habits produce results. Last but not least, I will make a list of tools, resources that will help you to achieve your goals faster. Now let's dive right in and get into building up our passive income. But before we do begin, I would like for you to click on the bell and subscribe to see more of this daily content. The following are all the ways I'm aware of to make money in the world economy. Raising capital, examples being fundraising, investing, real estate, stocks, crypto, and then the next example will be inheritance. Inheritance would be wills, trust funds. Next after that, sales, real estate, gold, businesses. After that, content creation, YouTube, websites, blogging, acquiring in-demand degrees, programming, graphic design, web development, trades, plumbing, electrical, carpenter, labor, general help, gardener, movers, welfare, and then crime, fraud, scams, theft. And they are all listed in the order of their value that they will return to you in relation to the amount of work you give to each. I listed crime not as an advocate, but so that people understand that if you're not working to receive your benefits from life, then 9 times out of 10, you are taking those privileges from someone else unwillingly. Now I will highlight each way to make money, defining what each money source is and how much time, capital it would take to reach a predetermined amount of money. In this case, $1,000 a day, as it is my goal for the next 90 days to reach that goal as a minimum, as my major goal is $1 million. First off, raising capital is by far the best way to generate income, as it will require little to none of your own money that you have earned on your own. But what it will require is that you have a plan and working knowledge of how the money your investors give you will be used in order to yield a predetermined return. Example being, you see a home or multi-unit building that you want to buy, but you don't have the funds to afford it. You will first take pictures or videos, then begin doing your due diligence to see how much money the property would generate in revenue each month. This information is what you will then take to your potential investors and tell them how much they will make for their investment in your property acquisition. In order to make $1,000 a day, you would need to own quite a few multi-units or a few Airbnbs. Investments flow right in next, as raising funds are usually used to invest. The type of investments I am aware of are real estate investments, precious metals, stocks, crypto, and the ability for an average person to participate in investing is becoming more readily available with the advancing of time. Now, in order to make $1,000 a day with investing, it would come down to how much of your return, of the return of the item or service return. Example being, a stock may only return 0.04% or 4 cents on a dollar, and there's other high yielding, and there's other high yielding investments, but are riskier and stand the chance of losing your entire investment. The plan of advice I give is that you work and build up $100 a week to invest, or a month, and then just practice investing in those things that you love. As time goes on, about 2 to 3 years, those investments will grow to a point where the $100 you put in will be less than the interest you receive on your investments. Inheritance is another top way to make money, as this a very easy way to make money, but it's not really accessible for the average person. So I would just leave it brief and say, if you get it, it's excellent. If you don't, then don't worry. We have plenty of other ways to generate income. Sales are by far the best way to earn money, as you can also do it without having absolutely anything and make money off the transaction. The type of sales that bring in the highest yield or return: real estate, gold, precious metals, and businesses. You can start selling small things like candy bars, food, or things people need on a regular basis until you get more comfortable, then upgrade your products. Now, in order to make $1,000 a day, you will need to sell high-ticket services. I would recommend developing a way to generate leads, which I will give you a source I use in the tools and resources section below. And I left this out, but with real estate, you sell one property, you can make $10,000. So that's one property every 10 days, and you can make $1,000 a day, or 3 properties a month. And people are doing it. Content creation is by far one of the best ways to make money online, as it continues to bring money to you well after you stop building. And the name for this is called passive income, which is what our channel is all about. Example of this is YouTube, websites, blogging, all of which that bring traffic, and then you monetize to earn money off of visitors through affiliate links or deals made with owners to pay you per click or view, etc. Making $1,000 a day can quickly become a reality with 2 to 3 years of continuous work and producing content to drive traffic. Some people make it there faster, but ideally I would say 2 to 3 years. Acquiring in-demand degrees of skills: programming, graphic design, web development, and another one of my favorites, as people are still going to school, is the thing of the past. But I believe that if you have in-demand skills, you will always have room for investing in other things, and using these skills you develop in order to generate content faster than someone that lacks the expertise. Earning $1,000 a day with an in-demand skill isn't really heard of. You would need to hire or have others underneath you, or like I said earlier, that you would have to invest your time and money into creating specialized content or tools. Trades will make it easier for you to stay employed, as they will always be something that needs to be built, fixed, replaced, or repaired. And I recommend having a trade if you can't find anything else. Like in-demand skills, having a trade alone would not get you to $1,000 a day. You would need to either build a team, create specialized content, or invest other things. Labor is something that most people that grew up in middle classes to the poor have experienced, so I don't have to elaborate on this. Again, working a general labor job, you will most definitely need to invest your funds somewhere else to generate $1,000 a day. Welfare, disability, unemployment. If something is something that if you're on it, you shouldn't be too comfortable in the state of your situation. And if you're intelligent, you are working diligently to improve your lot in life. My solution would be for you to pick up a job or hustle, and then reinvest the money that you earn into educating yourself and creating a passive income that will allow you to change your situation immediately. And then crime, last and the very least. If you're in this situation where you must harm other living beings to exist, then you're no more civilized than the beast in the field. The longer you rely on crime to pay your bills, the greater difficulty it will be for you when you try to change your life and live a life of peace and prosperity. I know many would disagree with me on my stance, pointing to the few famous criminals still alive and kicking, but truly take a step back and look at how many people that they lost and how many people around them were negatively impacted in order for them to live the lifestyle that they do. And then I want you to tell me that their field of work is more profitable than welfare. My advice to anyone who finds themselves in a dire situation like this, then is just This is to just remove yourself and get a 9 to 5 or start a business, reinvest your money, educate yourself, and then within a few months, you will be making very good money without jeopardizing your life and your future, the future of those around you that you love. Now that you know how it is done, it's time for you to change your habits so that to that of a producer versus a consumer. Many of us are conditioned from birth to be given things, and the only way to make money is to work. These habits then cause us not to produce, but consume, and then pick up extra jobs and other things to make up the difference, which is only adding stress on ourselves and our family. The habit of producers are to create and take resources and materials and bring it together to provide value to others for a profit. Examples of this would be woodworking or coding, whatever it may be. It must be a task that is active other than watching TV shows. Next, mindset. Your mindset must change from a poverty mindset to wealth mindset. If you grow up in the area of poverty, then more than likely everyone around you only know how to acquire money in two ways. One, working a 9 to 5, or two, is sad to say, taken from others. The good news is that we live in a time where all knowledge is at your fingertips. If you want to learn how to generate greater income from home, you can learn quite easily. This is a great difference between the wealthy and the poor. The wealthy will find or create a solution to their problem, while the poor look for others to solve their problems for them. I recommend that you keep a sheet of paper on the wall, reminding yourself that you have all the tools that it takes to be wealthy and successful. They have been with you since birth. This is one of the most important steps to success, removing people and situations from around you that do not serve your goals, dreams, and visions. You are a combination of the people you spend the most time around, and if everyone around you is poor, then you will be poor, as they will tell you what can't be done, and never what can. So remove your feelings and just detach from poverty. Environment is the next thing you need to change, as you can only envision what you have experienced. And if you only seen poverty and dysfunction, you will never know how to operate in the way that the wealthy do. I recommend if you can leave your home once a week and spend time writing in a journal while in a wealthy environment, you will begin to rewire your brain for success. This is just a tip for those of you that have a hard time starting things. I know a lot of guru people say start with developing your dream, but if you're in a situation where you need money now, then I recommend you choose your dreams and visions toward the end and just focus on creating content while learning as much novel things as you can, so that you will have a better idea of what it is that you are good at and will enjoy doing consistently over a long period of time. This is very important to know, that when you're building something new, it takes time to make something of value, and value is what drives income in our world's economy. Remember, people buy things because of what value the item or service brings to them personally. Okay, so here are the tools and resources for developing your passive income stream in a more quick and effortless way than will yield high returns on your initial investment. This is from start to finish fundraising. I use real estate investing as an example. You can join programs like Fundraiser, where you can take a small amount of your own money, a joint venture with others investors to buy properties that you as an individual could not afford, those reaping the returns of the real estate properties. The second way I know of is to go online with the properties that you wish to buy and promote it to groups on Facebook to start stating how much you will return in your investment. There are multiple ways to raise funds, but these are the two that I'm aware of. Tools for investing in real estate. I will recommend PropStream, Skip to Flip, Do You Later, and ARV Calculator, along with the one-page sales agreement. With all those tools, you will be ready to start real estate investing today. Content creating tools, Canva, Pixabay.com for images or drawings, drawing apps, PowerDirector video editing software, and text to voice app if you don't want to use others. Use your own. And then in-demand skills. I'm not too familiar with all the education with with, as all my education comes from YouTube themselves. But if you have a little money to spare, I believe it would be totally worth it to get in a class environment, as you will link up with like-minded people looking for success, and it will help you learn faster. Trades, I would say go to trade school or get your insurance coverage for yourself and get on YouTube and watch whatever trades you fancy the most, then get in the field and give it a try until you become proficient. That's how I did it with a couple of different trades. General labor just requires you to get out there and tell people that you have a pulse and want to work. The pool of people with general skills is huge, so you might not find work without developing skills or trades to add to your resume. As for welfare and crime, there is no tools that I recommend for these two, other than if you see somebody that is in those areas, non-judgmentally remove yourself from their presence, as they have nothing to add to you but everything to gain from your presence. Last but not least, here's a lead generation tool, GetResponse, that you can use in a lot of your businesses to generate contacts and build your sales list. In the description, I also have tools and resources that help you accelerate your progress, so please check out the links. And thank you for watching King's Passive Income.